then. One to buckle my shoe, as we all say here, and welcome once more to a transmission. Quite early one today, I'll admit, quite early. But we seem to be live with a fairly dependable... the session counter's not going up. Now the session counter is going up, there we go. Right. Everything should be all in order. So, let's play some Smash It Wild. This game is a volleyball roguelite that we played on a demo night a couple of weeks back. The exact date escapes me currently. But I enjoyed it enough to actually pick it up during this year's Steam sale. But let's see, background information is always pleasant to deliver. But let's see, this game is developed and published by Goblin's Studio alongside Ernestine. Ernestine has also developed an interesting journey of Monsieur Pef, which is a game that I have not myself experienced. Otherwise, Goblin Studio and Goblin's Publishing has a lot of games on their list. Ozymandias, Infamous Keepers, Shogun Showdown, Runeborn, Beneath Oresa, Card of Prophecy, lots of games. But this is the game that we care about today. Hi everyone, welcome. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful Monday. I have had a bit of a stressful Monday, but it's alright, we'll just make it work. I've had my preamble, so without further ado,
select your team.
Let's start up a new run. Evil Monday indeed. I see. So in the full game you'll just have all of the teams unlocked instantly. So you have the Arctics, the Elysians, the Shamans, and then the Radiants. The Radiants focus on soul energy to launch devastating attacks, create off-field zones where players can score. Oh. That sounds good. Right, the Shamans focus on placing totems that reinforce teammates in the area, spawn spirits that can press against opponents. As is usual, it seems to be the case of medium weight, lightweight, and heavyweight. Heavyweights move shorter, but they have shorter distances, but they have more health. Lightweights move first, but they have the least amount of HP. And then the middleweights, which are, well, not jack of all trades, master of none. Let's see, an Elysius reinforces us to progressively dominate the match, increase the damage dealt to opponents. Right. Well, we'll be playing on the easiest difficulty because that's the only one that we've unlocked so far. Yeah, I don't really mind this, so I'm gonna put this up to a quick question towards chat. To those of whom are watching, which teams should we go with for our first run? We've got the Arctics, the Elysians, the Shamans, or the Radiants. I am partially fond of the Radiants, but that's just because I am very easily swayed. Radiant seem fine. Aye aye. And let's see. Cephix Yam. Well, that is a very aggressively head bobbing, so let's go and have a run with the Radiance.
Get ready!
Really now? You go first and you. Iguana goes last. Yeah. This seems like good placement stuff.
Smash!
We'll Radiant Breakaway. And force you to move up here to take some damage. One solar produced. Gives one sprint to yourself. Then you tank that Fortress. Oh, it's a volleyball game. Yeah, indeed. It's a Rogue-lite volleyball game. Which is a very funny combination, I will tell you that much. So the way that it works, I guess I should explain that, because there will probably be some new viewers. Your end goal is to either score. Well, you are gonna have to score, but you can do that in two main ways. Either you knock out all of the opponents for easy scoring, or you manage to force them into positions in which they cannot reach the ball in time with their stamina. And whilst you are tossing your ball around, you can also do skills that lays down traps on the enemy side. For instance, here with the Tortoise, I'll now be playing this skill to lay down 2 solar traps. Now, if the enemy are in these fields, I will get a solar energy at the end of their turn. And the more soul energy that I have, the more powerful skills I can give out. Iguana will protect. And we can create even more traps. Yeah, Iguana can catch that. And now we're back at the start again. We have maxed out solar energy. So if we do the hampering ray, we'll not only deal a decent chunk of damage, we'll also be applying slowed for all of the rays the solar spent. Which will make these guys extremely slow. We'll just call it that. Positioning here is an important bit. Mainly because if you know how to position, you can make it so that your tank here can take those tricksy shots that'll deal a lot of damage. The main thing that to keep in mind is that this specific team can't create zones to score out of the field. I think that the Elysians could create zones out of field to manufacture scores. So yeah, he has been knackered. Yeah. And we'll consume some solar to kill. Knocked out. Iguana takes. And that's gonna be our score.
All in. Match point.
Easy. And as is the case with any roguelike, 1-0, aye, very powerful, very strong. And as is the case with any roguelike, after you do the battle, we get the chance to get some new passives. And this time around, they are assigned to specific members of the team. So we can get energy transfer, if the player is receiving the ball, restores 2 stamina. Health restoration, photo power, if solar energy is consumed during the player's turn, grants 1 strength per consumed solar energy point. Could be good. Or applies tough 1 at the start of round. Won't suffer any damage from the next attack. I honestly think that's one the better one to go with, because then we can use our medium weight to be a bit more offensive on receiving. And this is also how the game is structured. So we start off with one game, and then we have our timeline schedule. Every 5 days we have a match against an opposing team. But during each day we can choose different ways to become stronger. So for instance, today we can choose to either buy stuff for our goal, to meditate to gain more inspiration. Inspiration is used to train with, or we can go to events. Anything can happen in events. But I think for this one, we'll gamble on a good event. Here we go. Fan collector. A fan would like a souvenir from the team. They offer a challenge. Right, I don't have equipment or a relic, so hey, I appreciate your gratitude. And with that we got some heavy gauntlets. Attacks apply out of breath. Let's see, who would be good to have that on? Yeah, you two can have the gauntlets on yourself. Oh, not what I wanted to hit up. More stamina, eat opponents. Aye! And more stamina we up for them, the more tired they'll get faster. Training under the waterfall. The coach is training in your extreme condition to reveal your potential. Strengthen, and we can choose to strengthen our lightweight, which revitalizes plumage, restores 2 stamina while gaining solar energy. The player is receiving the ball, restores 2 stamina. Photo power, if solar energy is consumed during the player's turn, grant 1 strength per consumed solar point. That's... It called me biased, but going with energy transfer with having our iguana already taking 0 damage from the first hit every turn is quite nice, because he's able to, well, cover a whole lot more. Let's see. Yeah, at this point we can likely go to the store and get ourselves something. Gauntlets, apply sickness. Attack to apply push 1. Attacks restore 3 stamina to adjacent enemies or a relic. Reduce crush damage by 1. We're not really a crush based team. We can have... yeah, no, we'll take these ones, reload. Oh yeah, that's the one that we want. Sun King's Blessing. And now we're poor. You'll have these. And you'll have these. There we go. We got our equipment then. Which will be nice enough. Alright then. I would like to give you a relic, win a random piece of equipment, or events. I think we are settled for inspiration, so let's get a relic and hope for a good one. You guys are the best, says the fan, and we get fleeting vampirism. Every 6 attack restores all stamina that the target just lost. Yeah, we'll take that. And it's D-Day, match day. And we're going up against the Elysians.
Get ready!
No, we're up against the Shamans. They had... here you go. Overwhelming presence. At the start of turn, they'll one scare to all opponents. If the moose isn't exhausted, if they're exhausted, spawns 1 totem and 2 spirits on random tiles instead. Right. We're gonna have to keep that in mind. It's toucan, eagle, iguana, beaver, tortoise, moose. Right, heavyweights are lost. We can make this work, yeah. We'll make this work. Yeah.
Smash it!
All of these guys have some defense on them. That'll make it a bit harder. Back up. Yeah, spirits are being spawned in. Yeah, Radiant Grip. And let's force you to move down here. Well, they are forcing me to enter into the ghost field. Fun time. Things are indeed spooky. Hi, Wilfer. Welcome to the transmission. Hope you're having yourself a fine Monday, friend. And hey, fortunate then that I had to start up the transmission early today so you could also show up, eh? My Monday good. Really? Nice. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, no, you guys can continue on playing in your your little game. But I'm glad to hear that your Monday's been good. What have you been up to today, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, we'll score.
What an attack!
We take those, we take those. 1-0. Finish Magriff, nice. Magnus all down then. Is Gawain next on the list? Or are you gonna do an Azure next? Oh, nice, Paraffin. Yeah, this is a baseball roguelite game in which you can pick a team of 4 to do a roguelite run with it. I picked I think that the team name was the Elysians or the Radiants. I frankly don't remember. And each team is filled up with just a bunch of different, well, animal people. My team is now a toucan, a iguana, and a tortoise. Oh, did we really just win on that one? We'll have to wait for next week to start up another reference. I have to go back to Patreon tomorrow. Ah, fair. Well, hey, I hope that the Patreon work still goes well for you, Wolf. I could continue on stacking the iguana, but that's not a wise choice. So, here, radiant armor for you. Alright, do you know then when we will be having the next vote nomination? Good. I plan to finish this week, then work on the next one right away so I can have free August to move. Right, you're moving in August. Now that's exciting, isn't it? Wolf is going to Aussie land. He's going down under.
Smash!
Scary yet excited. Yeah, big shifts in life usually are like that. But for what it is worth, I do believe that you'll have a good time there. I'll have to learn Aussie slang too. I wouldn't worry about it too much, as long as you just know the right way and intonations to say "Oi cunt," and then you're gonna be alright with. Notice when I learned this goog mean egg. I did not know that. That is incredibly funny that googs are word for egg. Full like a goog, it means your belly is stuffed. That is very much an Australianism. I did not even know that was a phrasing. Well, hey, you're going to teach us then, because these Australian terms and slangs are very fun. Yeah, we'll actually do that. We'll fade to generate a bit more extra solar power. Yeah, right, it's like a kangaroo kind of English. It very much is a kangaroo kind of English. But I make sense. Evil Roo. Nah, kangaroos aren't evil, they're just marsupials. I still call them, I would still call them good men. Yeah, let's knock you out. So at least be closer to knock you out. Alright, we're all scared now. You receive that, iguana. Oh! That's fine. Move down here, and then... Scales detonation, and we'll knock out the moose. Maybe I make a kangaroo OC once I move there. Embody the Aussie spirits. Why not? That does sound, after all, very fun. To just embody the Aussie spirit. I mean, hey, if you don't want to make a kangaroo, you can also make yourself a crocodile. Since saltwater crocodiles are quite prolific throughout Australia, if I remember right. There are many fun animals in Australia. And that's another score for us. Oh, that's true. I do an Aussie Croc commission once. Aye aye. There are many fun and freaky things in Australia that you learn. Woof. Especially one of them will just be the animals because of the island effect. And shortly said, the island effect is that due to the nature of islands being generally closed off, that means that you can very easily evolve the animals there to have wildly different traits from mainland animals because they are so closed off and the ecosystem is tight-knit. It's a similar thing to how dwarfism or gigantism is very common on islands because... oh yeah, they have a name for it as well. Yeah, I think so. I'm not gonna call it like island syndrome, but it's something like that. Glowing dance. Endemic, I remember now. Yeah, that's the word for it. It's a endemic thing for island animals and species in general to just become weird. Let's see. Yeah, let's learn Song of the Sun. How's our money situation? It's bad. So we'll go on an adventure. Team seminar. A seminar to reinforce your team. Together we're stronger. Choose archery to build muscle, choose athletics to beef up. Sadly, we are too poor, so working out with each other is so motivating. We'll just gain a bit more stamina. And it's time for a training match.
Get ready!
Now, they shouldn't be too hard. We'll fuck up these cats, I'm certain of it. I kinda wish there would be a playable wolf. I think the closest thing that we get to that little one is that the Arctic has a fox. And they have an Arctic fox. This game is delightfully fur bait. I won't deny that that's partially one of the reasons why I decided to pick it up. But even alongside it just being a furry bait, it is also just a very fun Rogue-lite. It isn't too hectic. You still have your capacity to build craft, and you have enough variety to really showcase what you think is good and what can excel in certain matches. Fox bad? Really now? How come foxes are bad? The two can't handle tanking all that. Smart hit to move there, but sadly I am in control. I think it's just Luang bias always. Yeah, no, you're right with that woof. It is just a case of Luang's bias. But hey, that's alright. We're after all created with biases in mind. Can I make this happen? I cannot make this happen. So instead we'll do scales detonation to knock you out. Ooh, that was a heavy hit. Get solar traps. I think we can afford. Yeah, we don't even need to do anything. It's our time to score.
Ball in. Match point.
Alright, woof. Sorry if I am. Sorry, this is a weird question, but it has partially been on my mind ever since you first mentioned it here on the transmission. Was that a joke when you mentioned, oh, I'll have you voice my animations? Or what was? Or were you actually for real for that? 1 to 0. Aye, wherever the powerful team here, Luang. Let's see, what passive will we pick up? Protective beam, ending a player's turn with at least 3 solar energy grants adjacent teammates 1 resistance, 1 strength per solar energy or photo power. Well, I know what I'll be picking up. Ferocious Bite. We'll have this iguana be our star player. Lemma, do you want to? I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind. It'd be a fun new experience for me. And I do get a whole lot of VA work in considering all the voices that I have to do during all these RPGs and text-heavy games that we play. Training? Yeah, we'll go train a bit. Oh, I see. We can level up our Ferocious Bite. Can you trial a moan for me? Well, yes, you wait until something nefarious happens in game, but sure, I can trial a moan for you. Well, you can have both a moan and a groan, so let's then see. That's a groan, and then I guess then for a moan it would be something like something like that, yeah. Though I guess you can always act the role of a voice director, so you can direct me exactly how you would want it. Christ-shaped field. Each attack creates a 1 scoring zone on each off-field tile adjacent to the target. Middle. Yeah, no, I was thinking on the middle as well. The middle here is just superpower or iguana towards the end of the earth, and I will be doing that. And sure, power to sun. Then we'll be keeping a bit of inspiration for tomorrow. Lol, nice. Yeah, of course, can use that mounts. Then I was teasing, I didn't expect you to do it for real. I mean, hey, I don't mind. Work's work. And I'd be more than happy to do it to help you out, woof. The assistant coaches organize an optional specialized training session in which we can do a offensive training to make the toucan stronger, defensive and reception to give the iguana some regen. Yeah, no, regen would be nice, especially considering the low base health of the tortoise. But for hiring costs, I really don't know the rates. If we can figure something out, yeah. I'll not. If we do it, we'll say it like this. If we decide on doing it, the first couple of sessions will be free, so you can get a vibe for having VA work on your stuff. Yeah, Luang's right. Regen is for the best here. And specifically improve that virus stats. Yeah, no, let's go. Oh, regeneration is on sale. Give me that. Resistance gain, strength gain. Do we need any of that? Generous, you can read it from an archive or something. I mean, only if you think that I do a good job at it. As I said, we'll figure something out. That is so small, I can barely read that. Let's see, let's go. Ah, so that's it. It says a wolf for 100. I can barely see the sign. I can barely read the sign on that emote, but that is a cute one. I'm not really using the toucan to... Now show me all the hot furry in this game. Who's the hottest? Well, I have my opinion that the iguana is the hottest, but I'm also extremely biased towards that. That emote will not have worked here. Lol. Yeah, it partially doesn't help just because of how small the text is. But if you enlarge it, I reckon it'll be a very effective emote. Yeah, we'll pick this up as well. Once the run is over, Wolf, I can show you the remaining teams. So you can make your decision of who's the hottest one. Yeah, I start over there. We have this would be a blind spot. I wish it can be bigger. No, it can wait. I think there is a way to make it bigger. I think it's like use redeem points to make stuff bigger.
Smash!
Toucan, turquoise, iguana. Right, so we will be killer moves. You'll be using the Titanic Iceberg. Get Ice Slam on a random tile, +1 damage by Ice Slab. Yeah, that'll hurt. Yeah, you get stuck in that corner. Yep, ice crag, but that's fine. That's a very good place for it to appear on my end of the field. Ah, yes. Yes. Thank you, Twitch, for spotting that likely ban evader. Be gone, bot. The only form of bot forms that we appreciate in this on this transmission is things like I, whom are cognizant enough to know that spamming stuff is very naughty. Yeah, you can probably knock the penguin out if you focus fire a bit. As far as ice level on target tile applies slowed. If the torch is slowed, she cannot be used to cover, at least in a small area. But it's fine. Move down here, and then Radiant Grip on this tile. But we're still fine. Song in the Sun. Knock that penguin out. Yeah, the iguana can cover that. More field setup and knock that bear out. Good work, laddie. Yeah, swap. Scales detonation. Yeah, scales detonation. Sorry, Fox. I know you currently have your game out and all that, and people do like yeah, in your little spaceship, but from one sci-fi creature to another, get fucked. Oh no, you still live through that. Powerful. Applies push to all opponents in the targeted row or column. The two can compare with the damage. This should... Nope. You're a healthy lad. But now you're too far away to actually manage that. Continue adding solar seals. We may as well set up for the next round.
What an attack!
What an attack indeed! Kaboosh, indeed. This iguana here really is just a slayer, considering just how well he's able to put these guys out of commission. Nice, thank you, thank you. Ending the player's turn with at least 3 solar energy grants adjacent teammates 1 resistance. Yeah, left one is more powerful, and considering that... I just passed the roll thing like lol. It's like this is trending now. The 3 choices augment thing. Oh yeah, I am not here to say exactly when it became like this. But you're alright, it is a current trend within randomized games to have your roguelite element be a choice of 1 of 3. And yeah, no, you're right, Luang. Considering that we run around with the toucan a lot to catch balls, that's a better pickup. Yeah, so we can't knock the fox out by moving. Gotcha. Iguana startup. Actually, here started to make me thinking, what was the earliest game in which I first saw the 3-choice augment thing? Yeah. Right. Open up the Steam library real quick. Let's see. Because it's been there for a long time. Yeah, because I just open up my Steam library and roll down a tiny bit. Technically, if you wanna be very loose with the term, Age of Mythology had it, and that's like early 2000s. But to be fair, that's also you are advancing an age in Age of Mythology, and then with that advancement of the age, you get a choice of which god you want to believe in. But that is technically a you get a choice of 1 of 2 that augments your playstyle. Yeah, toucan. Age of Mythology, I do miss it. Yeah, I have been meaning to replay it. I do own Age of Mythology Retold. Maybe I could actually play it on a transmission. It would be a while to actually beat that game because I'm not super good at RTS games, but they are fun. They most certainly are fun. I still remember WoW giving you flying hippos, and that's all you need in that game. I mean, luckily with the way the campaign is made, the game is very adaptable in what you're able to do. Any formation, be it super competitive or just a funny meme thing. That's rough. That's real rough. We're gonna have to be spread out. Oh, Canada is a laser bear, I think. Oh, you're talking about cheats, aren't you? I don't think that laser bear was a for real seas unit that you can make use out of. But nice, that's still fun. I've never been a using cheats too much in games, even though I should. They are a natural part of games. Sure, if you're just gonna aim straight at me, I'll be taking that. Yoink. Sequence. Continue making sequence. I think we'll have it now. Yeah, no, all of them will be out of commission now. It's before the internet era, so these cheat codes are passed down from friend to friend. So when you play and show your friend lazy people went, wow! Oh, yeah, no, I can totally understand that. Like, not really rumors as much just as... no, it will be a playground rumors. It's essentially telling people, hey, you know that there's a Mew underneath the truck in the Cedar Town, right? Hey, you know that if you spend 100 hours in this dungeon in Final Fantasy 3, you can unlock Bahamut early. And also the Summoner class with that. Hey, Azure, did you know that if you play through the entire game with the Pixie that you start off in SM3 Nocturne, you'll unlock a secret ending? Yeah, Lemao. Yeah. And as tragic or as funny as it is, that is technically just me. I was very gullible at growing up. So I believed in everything that I heard. I'm sorry for wasting for wasting time. I just wanted the Iguana to score the final smash. Ouch. I know, the Arctics is a very funny team to go up against. They hurt so much, but win anime. The Toucan can manage a bit of pain. Yay win me indeed. And that's why we have the peace. Because that's all that we need. I use my friend as a lab rat. Really? Did you make him try out a bunch of different... Did you make him try a bunch of different playground rumors then growing up? That Toucan kind of reminds me of Toucan Bertie. Yeah, I can totally see that, considering how, well, the beak is shaped. Well, that is a toucan. The beak will be shaped like that, but you get what I mean. It does look very Touca-y. Solar Rain, we'll go with that one. Yeah, he tried first, so I don't have to waste my time on those rumors. I do human resource managers in primary school. I have a feeling that if you and I were friends during school time, Woofer, I would have been easily on your, oh hey, actually try this out, and I would have just believed it. I have a very bad case of being 1, stubborn, and also 2, gullible, which means that if you give me a chance to believe it, I will likely just keep on trying until it happens. Let's see, Wheel Gamba. Sun King's Blessing, Vampire Gloves 3. Lol, I'll put you on so many trials. And hey, knowing me, I'd probably have fun with it. That actually was 3 stamina, strength +1. Sun King's Blessing. We don't need more Sun King's Blessings. We'll take the Vampire Gloves 3. And we'll mix around the gloves a bit. Actually, come here, Iguana. Since we're currently having the Toucan be our sun generator, you can have the Vampire Gloves. Yeah, that seems good. I'm a bad kid, I admit. Evilest chap. You're probably not the worst kid that I've ever had the pleasure or displeasure of encountering, so you're probably fine, Woof. Let's see, what do they speak of? As the wind howls, you concentrate and hear something resembling a voice, the ancestors' whisper. In which, if we learn the wind's chants, we will lose 50 inspiration to gain Eclipse. If soul energy is empty, apply scared and sickness to each opponent. Concentrate on hidden words. Spend 25 to earn scoring on a scoring zone permanently grants the player one max stamina and max 1 strength. That would have been good at the start of the run. We're already at a very late game, so it's a bit late to get that. If the player is receiving the ball, restores 2 stamina, so that would have been an upgraded energy transfer. I mean, sod it. Let's take Eclipse. That just seems good to have. I got nothing better to do, so let's take another event. Gear of an old libero. We don't have enough souvenirs to buy Chronic Deception. Every 4 attack is a feint. An old raccoon, formerly a famous libero, is selling legendary-ish volleyball gear. Well, sadly we don't have too much of a choice. We're dead broke, so let's get a sponsorship. Sadna wind gloves. He looked like a Yordle. Yeah, no, he did look like a Yordle. But to be fair as well, I do imagine that Yordles were based off many small mammals around the world. At least in the male ones.
Get ready!
And now we're up against the dog team of Mutt, Dog and Hound.
Smash it!
The train of... Yeah, like squirrel, raccoon, chihuahua. Yeah, exactly like that. Is that what we're gonna get the time with Corky? Because they did decide to just make Corky into a Yordle at some point. And for all intents and purposes, he still hasn't gotten his model update or has been seen in the story at all, so we don't even know what he's supposed to look like. He just looks like he's old. That's a man. Since most of the male Yordles are fussy little freaks, I say affectionately. He's a quote-unquote Yordle already, like in a hat kind. Fair enough, fair enough. I guess I'm just used to all of the modern Yordles looking like, well, fussy little fellows. That Battlefield LOR video must be like the most updated Corky. Same with Amumu that doesn't yet got the ears. Alright, Amumu is also a Yordle, I completely forgot about that. I should probably rewatch some of those Legends of Runeterra cinematics. Many of the ones were really good. Stay put in that corner, good friend. Are you first day league? Because you're the male and you're the female used to be different. I don't know, I played League of Legends. I started in the end of Season 2 and then played until a couple of months after Aurelion Sol came out. I remember that the last major champion that I really cared about was Aurelion Sol. When I played, I was ostensibly a top main with Rene and Sus being my main go-tos, of course, with Aurelion being my mid-pick. Oh, fairly 2015-ish guy. Yeah, like that. The rest of what I know about League of Legends has just been through cultural osmosis afterwards. And I had to take that. Yeah, that's Solar Rain. Oh, that hurts a whole lot. Right, you guys are starting to really annoy me with how pushy you are. Pushing fragile, pushing fragile, pushing fragile. Only the token can get in on that. Get over. Yeah, let's destroy these mods. Let's switch. So there used to be Megling as female and Yodel as male. Male is fluffy and dog, and female is just a gnome kind of people. There used to be different races. Heimer, Mumu, Fizz are also not Yodel. They're more like midgy kind of human. Yeah, I do remember that. There used to just be small people. Then they decided to go cute, which is a correct decision. So they make Poppy, Trist, Fluffy, and give them ears. Yeah, no, they do still look gnome-ish, but yeah, no, they did make them a bit more cutesy. Sorry, dogs, it was nice playing with you. But that's another victory for us.
Match point.
Wonderful. Then we further increased Ferocious Bite into Stage 3. Lollipoppy will haunt every Veteran League's dream for life. You know what is funny? As a funny hee-hee, when Poppy was the ugliest champion in the game, I used to play as her for fun. I even had the Lollipoppy skin, just because people hated it so much. Now, I won't say that I disliked the Poppy rework. I think that the Poppy rework is a fantastic rework of Poppy. She got so much more fun to play, but man, I somewhat do wish that she was just an ugly gremlin. Sir Poppy is OP as fuck. Even back then. I mean, I reckon even back then. I wasn't that good of a player, so I didn't actually know which characters were good or not. So I just played the ones that I found fun. But yeah. Break my iguana even stronger. We'll take another relic. A violent crash increases crash damage by 1. Yeah, thank you. We don't really make use of crash too much. Equipment's fine. Let's try to new attacks. She's just a stat check kind of champ. Don't have enough health or flash, you will just die on her. Yeah, no, sounds like the characters that I like playing in Dota. Maybe that's why I enjoy playing Nasus, Poppy, and Renekton so much. Even after years of updates and changes, they still very much just play like Dota champions. In that their basic kit is extremely simple, and if they just know how to play that basic kit and have the stats for it, you will win. Yeah, Heaven Sigil will be getting. And final match. 1v5, she only knows 1v1, and that one is your ADC getting hammer jammed up your butt while support is crying outside of that cage. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. But hey, that was funny, wasn't it? I would call that very funny. Or maybe I'm just a mean person to think that was funny. I'm just a mean person. Yeah, that's a good placement. It is Lamau. Aye. Stress reflex applies aiming, gains resilience. Right, you guys are the ramp up team. You'll be buffing yourself the entire time. You missed the move. Move around. Yeah, Tukin will have to block that. Solar Seal. Apply slime puddle on targeted tile. Slime puddle. I don't know how to deal with that, so we'll just have to learn as we move. Radiant grip on this tile. Please continue standing on in the fire, my good lass. Applies aiming, then push 1 per stack aiming on the defender. She'll take hefty damage for that. But I believe in our tortoise. Yeah, let's apply some photosynthesis. We'll generate health. You won't be taking me down. AoE damage? Is AoE damage the move? You have so much defense on you. It is unreal. Then our best move is to just create more solar panels. Yeah, you can take that. Thank you. You know, this is gonna be our win because we got sequence, and you guys cannot tank this one. Get scored on, fools. Nice. You should have moved a bit, dear lads. You should have moved. Start around with 1 solar energy. Spawn 2 solar traps at the start of round. Yay! Indeed, very yay. But we still got 1 more goal to get. And if we get that 1 goal, we'll have won our round. Yeah, that's probably better. Solar Awakening. Let's go. Toad, you can move over here. We're maxed up on solar power again. Oh no, we're all getting aimed at. Slime puddle. Yeah, we'll deal with slime puddle. Solar seal. Applies push. If the defender has aiming, apply push 2 instead. This will hurt, but 2 can. You grab hold that. That hurt very bad. But let's knock him out of the court. Toad, disappear from sight. The bull still does hurt, doesn't he? I have to tank that, but it's fine. We regenerate health. We'll knock you out, dear bull. Now it's only the doe left. She does hurt. She does in fact hurt very much. But we'll have to take these hits. Especially when it's time for you to get knocked out. And that's our win, ladies and gentlemen. The Radiants have officially launched the Smash It Wild tournament with a clean score of all wins, 0 losses, no scores taken. Yay win, indeed, a very much of a good win. You earned your place among the champions. Now this is of course the Bronze Cup. So now that I have the Bronze Cup, if we go over to Radiance here, yeah, now I can take the Conqueror's Cup. Which would then be a harder run. Happy us indeed. But yeah, you want you to see all of the different teams here, yeah. Silver Cup, Silver Cup unlocked. Oh, and I think, you know, all of the characters can then do the Silver Cup. No, only Arctics and the Radiance. I feel like if I do the Silver Cup, I'll get completely blown out the water. Not that good at the game, I am. But yeah, here's all the characters, woof. We have the Arctics, which stars the penguin, the polar bear, and the fox. I'll just linger here until I get a confirmation that you've seen them. Evil Octofucker. Oh yeah, team. Like I said, a team. Yeah, at the start of every run you pick one of 4 teams to play the game with. We've got Arctics that focuses on creating ice slabs and pushing opponents to manipulate where they are on the field. Then here we have the Elysians, which focuses on muck puddles and buffing themselves up. And the legions are the toad, the bull, and the doe. I think the fox is kind of hot, but the earring is kind of impractical. That's how you lose your ears during a match. I mean, yeah, that is fair, but hey, sometimes you also have to style at the same time. Bull the best. Ah, he's a big fella, ain't he? And considering what we were up against the last game, he sure can hit very hard. And then the last team, since we have seen the Radiance, which is Toucan, Toitois, and my boy the Iguana, we have the Shamans, which is a team composed of Beaver, the Moose, as well as the Eagle. And I reckon, considering your biases, you might be saying Eagle! Exclamation point. Dude, I know a guy who lost his fingers playing basketball wearing a ring. I have a trauma toggle on. Jesus Christ, I did not know about that. That is very scary. Extremely scary, holy. I didn't know you can even do that. Moose and Eagle for a win. Yeah, the Moose and Eagle are very nice. Actually, I have time for another run. Let's do one more run with the Shamans.
Get ready!
Shoot the hoop and the ring got stuck on the basket. Ugh. That fucking sucks. Oh, I know that I am crass with my wording, but man, that hurts. That hurts so bad. I have nightmares on just losing limbs and whatnot. Sure, as a robot I can just reattach them again, but still not a pleasant feeling. Yeah, I almost dream of tea falling for some reason. I've actually had a similar dream of that. It's not pleasant. Not as if it should be pleasant, but still, dreams usually aren't pleasant because they are whack. It's our brain processing a bunch of different stuff. And let's do a splitting strike, and we'll send that on you. Spirits have been spawned. Yeah, your lives will tank that. The attacked area expands depending on the numbers of totems affecting the moves. Ooh. Oh, you have AoE in your kit to do your moves. Well, let's see you do some damage then. Oh, now that very much so does some nice damage. So yeah, I guess here we have two general options for our game plan. Spirits or totems, totems to buff us up, or spirits to debilitate enemies. Hi, I'm Blaine, and welcome to the transmission. Hope you're having yourself a nice Monday, my pal. I reckon then this is your lunch break, that you're having a moment to tune in with us. Eagle's the only one, so... Aye, that's right. Yeah, sometimes I am able to predict. Not really predict such as that. We have been talking today after all. Well, nice. Still glad that you're able to tune in with us. So, what are you having for lunch? Nah, let's not dilly-dally. We'll just win.
What an attack! Match point!
Oh, the region on this team is insane. Let's see. If the player is receiving the ball, spawn 2 spears on random tiles. Once per round, if the player reaches 0 stamina, applies Haunted to each opponent. Yeah, Eagle for the win. Yeah. It would be very funny if the Eagle suddenly becomes my main scoring characters after the last game being the Toucan. At the start of the turn, the teammate's stamina is 0, grants critical hit 1, and the next attack gains push 1. Probably assessment's good just to spawn in more spirits. Let's see, let's buy some stuff. Lean steak from yesterday's. Ah yes, we love some leftovers in this house. Leftovers are so nice. But how lean is it exactly? Is there nothing fatty on it at all? With some Cuban rice. Well, this might be a dumb question, but what makes the rice Cuban? You can have the vampire gloves, you have lower health, so that means that restoring more means better for you. And you can have that. A future prodigy? A young player is looking for inspiration to progress. Most probably, they'll be thankful. Show them the day in the life of a pro. Gain a random relic. Challenge them to a friendly match. Win a random equipment of the rare variety. Thank you for being a fan. It's a shame you don't have the time. It's really lean. It's called arroz con gris in Spanish. Well, let's have a double check on that then, because I am deeply curious on that now. Arroz con gris. Oh wow, yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. It's rice done with black beans and can add some other stuff. Yeah. Here we are. And oh yeah, rice jump scare. This looks really nice actually. Beans and rice. I should have some more of South American cuisine. I do like beans, I do like rice. And there are so many different ways you can have beans and rice. There are so many foods around the world that I want to try out. But we'll take that random relic. Which you'll even get. When our opponent suffers a crash damage, all teammates gain 2 stamina. Oh, we'll happily take that. We have enough inspiration, so let's buy some passives. At the start of a turn, place a totem on a random empty tile. Yes. If affected by at least 2 tokens, attacks apply 1 scared to the target. Yes, we'll take that. Sorry, Beaver, you're not the guy that we're focusing on this turn. Nice, fleeting vampirism's good. And now we're up against the Radiants.
Ready!
Yeah, I'm still fine with these placements. You could travel more in the future then. The main issue is just in terms of cash. Maybe if I was able to travel with work, then that could work out. Receive. If you receive, you'll be spawning ghosts. Yeah, let's receive and spawn more spirits. Now it's the Beaver turn. Move one step down, Beaver. And push the tortoise back. Just on me? My, I almost feel like you hate me. Solar powers generated now. That's dangerous. What's this Volvo? Yes, this is Smash It Wild. It's a game that we played on a demo night a while back. And during the Steam sale I decided to just get it myself because I enjoyed it during the demo. Sorry, Iguana, we'll be knocking you out, sir. If people give enough attention, we can prawn them. I guess that is the case. Yeah, hot swap. I do think that probably the most prawnable might just be the Iguana and the Eagle. There's something hot about his lackadaisical attitude as well as the Eagle's hidden eyes. Eagle for the win. Wolf really is excited for Eagle, but no hot wolf. At least in your case, Luang, just wait maybe a week or two, and suddenly there will be a hot wolf in a video game that you like. Actually, wolf would fit so well in this scene. Yeah, no, you would be right. Wolf look ritualist shamanist related. Yeah, you probably could have had the wolf as a lightweight. Is me, am I locked to 360p? It might be a case of being a your end, otherwise it seems like the connection does seem to be unstable on my end. I could try to look into that, because I don't want the connection to be too unstable. Yeah, swap, hot swap. I forgot to look at the time, it's 12:30, I should head to bed early. Tomorrow I have probably 2 streams, morning and in the evening one. Alright, I'll catch you for the evening one then, woof. Thanks for the stream, sir, catch you next time. Alright, sounds like a plan. Sleep well, woof. May you rest well for tomorrow's trials. Catch you then. And thank you for tuning into the transmission, I can't forget to say. Yeah, Moose, you'll tank that. Yeah, we can score now. We'll do Visor by Blaine. Aye aye.
All in.
Starting the turn off field, resource 1 stamina per spirit on the field. Once per round. Probably weight of spirit is better to pick up. Upgrade that.
Smash it.
Sorry, I'm gonna bully you again, Iguana. Yeah, Beaver, you tank that. Wait. And we'll be knocking out you with that one. The moose can tank that. We have set up our totem, so we are fine. Yeah, that's what I bet. Totem power. Only the beaver can tank that one. Ah, you guys can't actually cover for that. And that's our win for the match.
Match point.
Another fantastic win for the Shamans. Ladies and gentlemen, they have proven once again that the spirits are on their side. Never expected a turn-based roguelike volleyball game with furries. I'm sold. I'm happy for it. And that's partially the goal with me showcasing a bunch of weird games on the transmission. Because variety is the spice of life, and boy howdy are there a lot of things that is the variety in indie game development. Applies Halt at 2 if the eagle is off-field, spawns 2 spirits on a random tile. Spawn 2 spirits on each free tile of the targeted row. On random tile on the opponent's side, spawns 3 spirits per totem affecting the beaver. We'll pick up the ritual smash. Yeah, can we upgrade our voodoo gloves? We can. Oh, that is incredibly cheap to upgrade, actually. Yeah, that's enough. Do you need to upgrade stats? No, I think I'm fine on stats. Passives. Inflicting 1 damage per 2 missing stamina. Luang say it's late, I'm sad. Were you not gonna go to bed, my good friend? Does the woofer not need his rest? Sorry for teasing you. Well, I'm surprised to see you again. Actually, sir, can you check if you already have 10 founders? I can lock in to be one if you still have a slot. I think that I should still have a slot available for founders. I don't actually know where to check that. How? Where do I check that actually, Woofer? Yeah, assessment is gonna be it.
Are you ready?
Sir, please report along latest message. It's a rude message. Well. Oh, that's a big timeout, Blaine. That's a very big timeout. But hey, as a moderator, I guess I'll trust your judgment on that. Was that just to scare Luang for a tiny bit? Hey, I do appreciate it. That was a good frighten. I'll let him defend himself. What a fine and kind moderator you are. Admin in shining armor. But yeah, no, from what I'm able to see, Woof, from what I'm able to see, you should be able to get a founder slot. I don't think that we've had 10 individual people who has subscribed to this transmission yet. Beaver tanks it. You fell into the evil chef's trap. Ay. Moose turn, moose turn, moose turn. Probably mighty charge. Yeah, it's gonna be mighty charge. Moose can tank that. Now I want an excuse to try the timeout feature for the first time. Yeah, no, luckily we do have a lot of people that do behave on the transmission. I'm very happy for that. Not strong's Azure. Ah, really? What can I do then to become even stronger? Feint attack? Yeah, and I will be doing more feints. I tend to ban boss, no timeouts. Yeah, no, luckily you aren't banning me, but it's very much feels like a case of we don't often get bad people here. Well, you do have technically banned a person, but we did expect him to be a bot because it behaved in a very strange manner. You remember that one, yeah? It was the person that was constantly asking me, how am I doing? How are you? What game is this? What do you play? Do you have Discord? Discord? Do you have Discord? Too many red flags, yeah, sadly.
What an attack! Match point!
Lol, maybe he genuinely wanted to connect. If he wanted to, that would have been fine. The main reason that we found him suspect and full of red flags was because of... well, it didn't seem like they were listening to what we said to them. Yeah, we'll pick you up. Yes, our community have much of people like that. So, yeah, there are people like that in our community that are like that. I do tend to want to try to be on the side of just expecting people to do the best. I don't know, maybe it's just a bad case of spam in the past has been poorly received for me. Okay, all of these will affect the eagle. Use a mechanical expert to get a high performance prosthesis. Problem is you'll have to endure the pain. Lose 2 strength against shamanic surge. I can also lose 2 resistance to gain ocean tango for the eagle. The eagle will take more. Also find a fucking find where the check founder. So let's see then. It is in dashboard, revenue. The rough part of my dashboard being in a separate language. It's like a Wonderland maze. It really is like a Wonderland maze, isn't it? So in the dashboard we'll go to revenue, which would be this in Swedish. It's have a lot of stuff that you need to find yourself. What language is it on right now? Oh, it's in Swedish. But I think I was able to... yes! I do think that there are still founder slots available, woof. At least from what I'm able to see of extra subscriber benefits. But I should also just check out on more details. But I'll do that off transmission. I don't want to hold you guys up for too much and just... Ocean Tango, let's go. Am I the one who keeps everything in English despite not being English my first language? I try to do that, Blaine, but sometimes the the websites and apps that I use just geocaches me on. Oh, hey, you are in this region, so I'll start you out in this region as well. And then it's a pain in the ass to change the language. Totemic Tide, yeah, that's a good one. We'll grab that one. Wait, when the piece is a yes or no, can you repeat the question? Answer. From what I am able to see of from what is available, it should still be available to get the founder's tag. Yeah? But before you get too excited, you can also wait and I can double check on it tomorrow and then I can tell you, woof.
Are you ready?
I don't want to bait you into doing something that well, not really regret, but that would make me feel bad later on. Ritual smash! Let's create more ghosts. I also wonder if I can use the sub money I earn to sub to other people or not. I think that you're able to if you sign up to the Twitch Money program. If you sign up to that program, that means that you can use your earned in cash, and instead of cashing it out onto a bank account or anywhere else, you can instead send it off. You can send it to a wallet and then spend your cash in that wallet. Oh yeah, the Moose is a powerhouse of just get wrecked. Eagle tank that. Too much of a process, I'd rather use the other method. Alright, you confirm it, then I sub. Sounds like a plan. I'll check it out after the transmission and I'll give you the details with. Yeah, there you go. That should knock you out. Oh, Beaver almost got knocked out. But it is with the Beaver that we earn a point. Yeah, Survivor, Guardian's Rest. Probably Guardian's Rest. I have enough scared generation.
Smash it!
Oh, you cheeky little bastard. Right, Moose time. KK, go eat poop. For real, it's almost one. Have a good street, have a good transmission, sir. Aye, indeed I will have that, Wolf. Thanks for staying here with me for an extra couple of bits. It was fun. Well, it's fun having you here, Wolf. I think we're fine, especially if we... Yeah, that's a dead fox, alright. Holy. You know, yesterday's supposed to be anniversary day that I sub to you, 6th of every month, but you know, online. Ah, damn. It's a sad day for Luang not being able to celebrate his streamerversary. Ah, this fucking polar bear. But we win. Ball in indeed. Our playmakers are the Eagle and Moose once more. Their dexterous hands and powerful abilities will grant us even further along the championship. Right, spiritual dance, that sounds fun. So you get to learn that move. Totemic impact, oh for sure. Go and be strong, Eagle. The code suggests training in extreme conditions to reveal your potential. We can get assessment, survivor, or assessment. Just continue getting assessments. Now everyone has assessment. Lottery. Invocation gloves. Especially since now we can give the gloves to the beaver. Now everyone has gloves. Joyous day, happy day.
Get ready!
Tabby team. Cat, Moggy, and Tomcat.
Smash it!
I've never heard of Moggy to be a name for a cat before. Have you guys ever heard of a cat being called a Moggy? Right, Eagle, take that. We trust in the process with the Eagle. They'll keep on tanking it. Yeah, no, focusing on spheres is actually very fun. This is a ludicrous amount of damage that we're able to deal very quickly. Yeah, the Eagle can take that. Yeah, that's another scoring point. Go for it, Herr Eagle.
Attack!
Wicked attack indeed. I think the revenue spendable thing you mentioned, Censorship, yeah, that's the wallet. It's a way that you don't have to wait and you can still use money, but you can only use it within the Twitch's ecosystem. Seems like you need to apply. Yeah, that's the bad thing about that. You need to apply for it in order for it to take effect. Chronic Deception. Happily take that. I will let him do that. Yeah, no, it's up to him if he wants to apply to it or not. What do we want? Yeah, we could probably spend some on passives. Let's see. Makes 1 damage per 2 missing stamina. Yeah, Fury. Producing while this blade was in the front column before the attack. Applies Haunted to all opponents. Healing Trance is probably gonna be it. And then Fury. Sorry, Beaver. I believe you'll just be fine. We're up against the Elysians once again, folks. Can the Shamans take on the Elysians for the final victory? We will just have to wait and see. But we do believe in the Shamans around here, don't we, folks? They are, after all, quite a powerful group that has managed to come here onto this field. Ritual smash. Alright. We left the whole field fucking open. Fucking oops. Terrible, 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 terrible. Right, that was just me being stupid. But it's fine, chat, it's fine. We can recover from that. Do we believe in the moves to tank this? Oh, I have to aim at the bowl, don't I? Then probably Spirit Strike is for the best. Let's try and knock him out. He is knocked out. Nice. Eagle tank that. Beaver's got some good legs on him still. Yeah, our goal this time. We managed to build up faster, especially because this time I wasn't fucking stupid. The Shaman score and the round has been reset. Our players will be developing. What does that mean for the Elysians that they're up against? All players start up plenty exhausted from the previous rounds. It only seems like the moose is at full energy. But the team is moving with incredible speed. If they are able to outmaneuver the Toad, they should be able to get themselves a goal. Or rather, another scored point. The Beaver runs and takes another score for the allies. The Moose knocks them out cold with his totemic smash. The Beaver is knocked out cold, but with this unrelenting might that they have on their side, I do believe that we might be able to have a one game, folks. All of the opponents are out of commission. The Beaver's knocked out once again. But with one final slam, the Beaver takes on point to land the final score. Excellent tournament and excellent plays by the Shamans. A flawless run besides that final fuck up near the end, but they were able to pull it back. I have a bit too much fun doing these voices. But I did it. 2 completed runs. And 2 victories as well. I would call that a successful transmission. Right then. I feel happy with this. Hope you guys feel happy with it as well. Hope you had fun. Now then, as for next time, we'll be returning with some more Spyro on Wednesday. Now I won't be able to have a outro that is overly long, but hey, I hope you guys will continue to have a wonderful Monday, or if it's the end of or if it's near the end of the day for you, a wonderful night's rest. I, on my end, will have a bit of a calm session. Let's call it all that. Now then, until next time that we see each other, stay strong like the Smashes. Be quick like our be quick like the eagle, and before long we shall be able to create the wonderful duo that is the Eagle Iguana Jowie. Ah yes, take care now everyone. Hope you will continue to have a wonderful day.